Radio Footlights.
Hello folks, and welcome to Radio Footlights. This will be our final programme for now, although we may return in the autumn if needs be. We feel that the podcasts have served their purpose in getting us through the darkest months of the lockdown, and now it's time to move on. Let's go out on a high with our usual mix of music, poetry and entertainment, which you've been enjoying since October, courtesy of our own talented footlighters and friends, and starting with this original piece by Neil, Phil and Tom. Yes, it's reggae rock. Our thanks to Neil, Phil and Tom. Brilliant. I love that track. Has that got you into the mood for a great summer? Here's something else to look forward to.
Hello from the team at Rain or Shine Theatre. At Rain or Shine, we've proudly entertained Gloucester audiences with live theatre for over 20 years. But sadly, it's been a whole 12 months since we've been able to tread the boards for your enjoyment.
So, if you've had enough of watching the same old things on lockdown TV, or started on the bookshelf for the second time round, why not log into rainOrShine.co.uk on your computer or mobile device and be entertained on video stream from our archives of classic comedy productions.
From Shakespeare to Sheridan, Charles Dickens to Sherlock Holmes, we've captured every play on film for you to watch free of charge at home, with new ones added weekly.
And if you like what you see, please spare a fiver to help us through these tough times until we can all get back together in safety, enjoying live productions once again. Thank you.
Full marks to the Rain or Shiners, and remember their first performance of She Stoops to Conquer is on Friday the 2nd of July at Poulton Cricket Ground near Cirencester, so get booking now. As we ease out of lockdown, we'll need a gradual transition to safe outdoor gatherings before we return to indoor activities, hopefully by the autumn. So stand by for your special invitation to the Footlights Friendship Garden. Let's hope for some lovely summer weather, as perfectly described by our own Joyce Neal in this, her very first poem.
A summer day. This is my first poem I ever saw in print, age 13. A summer day. A country lass went walking down the lane one day to see the flowers blooming in the pretty month of May. The rosebuds in the hedgerow, the daisies near her feet, the poppies in the meadow, the violets so sweet, the bluebells in the woodland, the harebells on the lea, the buttercups and foxgloves that yield pollen to the bee. And oh, she was so happy as she went along her way, for a blue sky was above her, and 'twas the month of May.
How lovely! What promise that gifted 13-year-old showed. And there's more poetry from Joyce and from our surprise guest later in the programme.
Hello Footlighters. For podcast 8, we've decided to hold a quiz on the famous Eurovision Song Contest. I wonder how well you know this famous old contest. Well, let's find out. Question 1. Which country hosted the first ever song contest in 1956? Question 2. Which Irish performer is the only person to win Eurovision 3 times? Twice as a singer and once as a songwriter. Question 3. How many times has the UK won Eurovision? There will also be some bonus points later if you can name the artists and the songs. Question 4. Before 2020, how many times had the Eurovision been forced to cancel? Question 5. ABBA won Eurovision in 1974 with which song? Question 6. How many points did the UK award ABBA in 1974 with their winning song? Question 7. What is the maximum duration for a Eurovision song? And the final question, question 8. Which country has won Eurovision the most times?
Thanks, Reuben. It's that Eurovision time of year again, isn't it? Now to our jolly jukebox, which many of you have supported and enjoyed over the past year. It all began with our own very gifted pianist, Mr. Graham Baxter, who has been playing tunes over the phone for folk throughout lockdown. Here he is, back in 2019, trying out the Korg we purchased for Footlights at the Gloucester Soundhouse. Thanks, Graham, for your inspiration. Earlier in the year, we secured a grant from the National Lottery's Local Connections Fund, and here's how the Jolly Jukebox was reported and publicised back in March.
Message 30, Friday, 3:35 p.m.
Hi Lorraine, it's John. I've just been finished reading the article in The Citizen about Footlights and yourself. Very good article, isn't it? Whole page. Can't be bad. Okay, bye-bye.
End of messages.
Hi everyone, and welcome to the Jolly Jukebox. I'm going to demonstrate how this works by phoning a friend.
Hello.
Oh, hello, Terry.
Oh, hello.
Jukebox here.
Right.
How are you doing? You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine, thanks. And you?
Yes, very well.
Good.
Well, I've got a song for you today. It's been requested by Claire and Jimmy.
Oh, that's good. Right. Go on then. What is it?
Puppet on a string.
Oh, that's what they think of me, is it? I see. Yeah. Okay, that's great. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to go back now to 1967.
Oh, I remember it well.
Sandy Shore, the Eurovision song.
Yeah.
I'm just going to kick off my shoes to give you the full Sandy Shore experience. And it's off we go. All right, Terry, you ready? Here we go. Is that all right for volume? Good, here we go then. I wonder if one day that you'll say that you care.
Say you love me madly, I'll gladly be there, like a puppet on a string. Ooh, long note. Go.
Love is just like a merry-go-round with all the fun of the fair. One day I'm feeling down on the ground, then I'm up in the air. Are you leading me on? Tomorrow will you be gone? I wonder if one day that you'll say that you care. If you say you love me madly, I'll gladly be there, like a puppet on a string. I may win on the roundabout, then I'll lose on the swings. In or out, there is never a doubt, just who's pulling the strings. I'm all tied up in you, but where's it leading me to? I wonder if one day that you'll say that you care. If you say you love me madly, I'll gladly be there, like a puppet on a string. Oh, we're going up a key now, Terry. Here we go. I wonder if one day that you'll say that you care. If you say you love me madly, I'll gladly be there, like a puppet on a string. Like a puppet on a string. Was that all right for you, Terry? Did you enjoy that? Did that bring back some happy memories?
Thank you very much, Lorraine. That was lovely.
I hope you enjoyed that.
I did. Lovely. I did.
Brought back some nice memories too.
Nice to hear something live instead of on a record. Yeah.
Oh, that's well, I will ring and sing again for you another time.
Thank you very much. That'll be great. Yeah, I look forward to that. Okay.
Thanks, Terry.
Thank you very much. Bye, Lorraine. Bye. Bye.
And that's all there is to it. That promotional video was filmed by Ross and put together by Pip, our friend at Rain or Shine Theatre Company. Many thanks to Terry and everyone involved. Now, we gather that one of the things you've missed most during the past year is being able to cuddle your grandchildren. So on that subject, here's another poem from Joyce.
Grandchildren. Grandchildren are a blessing, at least most of the time. First they steal into your life and everything seems fine. Then they creep into your heart and nothing's ever quite the same. It's Grandma, please, and Grandad, now. To them, life's just a game. But they bring their special secrets to share with only you. And they make you realize all the things you never knew, like how many stars there are, how many blades of grass. Because they ask so many questions, and you can't just answer, pass. They tie your arms and pull your hair 100 times a day. And just when they should be sleeping, that's the best time to play. But you wouldn't be without them when all is said and done. And the time you love them most of all is when they've gone back home to Mum.
Thanks again, Joyce. We are so blessed with our Footlighters who have a whole range of creative talents and skills to share. Mary Willett is a wonderful cook and baker, and she regularly supports our friends at Fair Shares by preparing weekly meals. We were delighted to hear that Mary, Reyaz and all the team had a special visit from Her Royal Highness Princess Anne last month in recognition of their amazing work in the community. They are certainly an organisation Gloucester can be truly proud of. There are many other things too, of course, such as our literary heritage. We all know about Beatrix Potter's The Tailor of Gloucester, and we thank our good friend John Woodford in Leicestershire for kindly researching the history behind the tale for us. So let's remind ourselves of the famous story as related by our very own Footlights Fred.
A tailor in Gloucester sends his cat Simpkin to buy a twist of cherry-coloured silk to complete a waistcoat commissioned by the mayor for his wedding the next day. While Simpkin is gone, the tailor finds the mice the cat has imprisoned under teacups. The mice are released and scamper away. When Simpkin returns and finds his mice gone, he hides the twist in anger. The tailor falls ill and is unable to finish the waistcoat. But upon returning to his shop, he is surprised to find the waistcoat finished. The work has been done by the grateful mice. However, one buttonhole remains unfinished because there was no more twist. Simpkin gives the tailor the twist to complete the work, and the success of the waistcoat makes the tailor's fortune. The tale was based on a true story involving a tailor called John Pritchard, who lived from 1877 to 1934. His workshop is now the Sword Inn in Westgate Street. One Christmas he was commissioned to make a suit for the Mayor of Gloucester. Returning to his shop on Boxing Day, he found the suit completed except for one buttonhole. A note attached to the waistcoat read, "No more twist." His young apprentices had spent a pleasant Christmas Eve at some of Westgate Street's many taverns, then retired to the tailor's workshop to sleep off their overindulgence. When they awoke late on Christmas morning, they realised that they could not leave without their dishevelled state being noticed by the upright citizens on their way to church and cathedral, so they spent their day of imprisonment finishing the mayor's suit. Mr. Pritchard encouraged the fiction that fairies had done the work. The incident became a local legend. The story was published in 1903, Beatrix Potter having discovered and developed it a few years earlier when she was staying in Gloucestershire with her cousin Caroline Hutton. Well, Footlighters, what a fabulous story and what a wonderful tribute to Gloucester. I will sign off now, so take care and stay safe.
That was Reflections by our talented friend in Scotland, Alec Lowe, with images by Lisa Morgan of Carlisle Prints. Beautiful stuff. Now, many of you have been asking us about the Sherborne Cinema, and we're pleased to report that it is now open. We wish Mark and the team all the very best, and for more details, check online at the Sherborne website or simply call to book a seat.
Here are the answers to the Eurovision quiz. Question 1. Which country hosted the first ever song contest in 1956? Answer: Switzerland. Question 2. Which Irish performer is the only person to win Eurovision 3 times, twice as a singer and once as a songwriter? Answer: Johnny Logan. Question 3. How many times has the UK won Eurovision? Answer: 5 times. Question 4. Before 2020, how many times had Eurovision been forced to cancel? Answer: never before. So 2020 was the first time the Eurovision had to be cancelled because of the COVID pandemic. Question 5. ABBA won Eurovision in 1974 with which song? Answer: Waterloo. Question 6. How many points did the UK award ABBA in 1974 with their winning song Waterloo? 0 points. No points. Was that tactical on behalf of the UK? Who knows? Question 7. What is the maximum duration for a Eurovision song? Answer: 3 minutes. Some would say some of the songs are 2 minutes too long. Question 8. Which country has won Eurovision the most times? Answer: Ireland, a whopping 7 times. And what about those bonus points about the UK winners? Do you think you can name any of them? Well, here they are. In 1967, Sandy Shaw was the first winner for the UK with Puppet on a String. 1969, Lulu with Boom Bang a Bang. 1976, Brotherhood of Man, Save Your Kisses for Me. In 1981, Bucks Fizz, Making Your Mind Up. And the last UK winner in 1997, Katrina and the Waves, Shine a Light. Hope you enjoyed this month's quiz. Take care, Footlighters. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Reuben. Well, we've all learned a lot, as we always do with our quizzes, and Reuben's work on them has been very much appreciated. Now, drum roll, please. It's time for our special guest. Ross suggested that we write to this lady, so we did, telling her how much we always enjoy her poetry at Footlights. And she sent us this special video message in response.
Hello everybody, this is me, Pam Ayres, in my garden, and this is my dog, Izzy, and I'm going to tell you a little story which I hope might cheer you up, and it's also true. This little dog, when I bought a football for my grandson's 5th birthday, and I had to order it and wait for it because it was a proper little replica football, I gave it to him and he was absolutely delighted with it, and he kicked it, and this little dog ran after it and bit it, and it went pfft, like that. So even though I'd waited for it for weeks to come to the sports shop, the joy of the ball didn't last very long. And so this is a poem that I wrote. You have to imagine that I am her. I am the dog who bit the ball and ruined the game of goals. I wasn't to know a ball won't go if you've added a couple of holes. The kids and dad, they all went mad. They sent me indoors, they did. The ball was new, a beautiful blue, and it cost them several quid. The shame, I ruined the game and made the family crabby. I jumped for it, I shook it a bit, and it went from hard to flabby. Bad dog, they said, go in your bed, and in disgrace I go. I offered a paw, but nobody saw, nobody wanted to know. Here comes the boss, she's ever so cross, her face is black as thunder. I'm in me bed, expression of dread, me tail tucked down and under. With hands on hips and scold on lips, she tells me I'm a menace. I'm finding it tough, this football stuff. Would anyone care for tennis? The rule, you see, for dogs like me is simple. I'll recite it. Don't kick a ball for terriers small and think that they won't bite it. But I'm not too grand to lick her hand. I sidle up and risk it. I think I've won. Look, everyone, she's gone to get a biscuit. I hope that gives you a little smile in these difficult times, and I hope you stay well.
Wow, can you believe that? A huge thank you to Pam Ayres for that amazing gift. We really treasure it. And we must also thank everyone who has contributed to all of our 8 programmes, especially Hans, Ross and all the team. Fantastic job. And thanks of course also to you, our faithful listeners, footlighters, friends and supporters, including Gloucester City and County Councils. We simply couldn't have done it without you all. We may not be able to meet back at the hall just yet, but we hope to see you in the garden over the summer. So until then, take care folks. This is Lorraine Campbell for Radio Footlights, signing off. After the COVID's over, after the lockdown ends, then we'll go back to Footlights, seeing our dear old friends. Many a tear and handshake, cuppers and hugs for all. Many a heart will be mended back at the hall.
Radio Footlights.